Live from Casa de Clark in beautiful Independence, Iowa, it's Unemployed with your host, Matt Clark. Promotional consideration for this episode paid for by Krispy Kreme, because Cinnabon don't come by the dozen. Krispy Kreme. Now here's your host, Matt Clark.
Greetings, Internet, YouTube, children of all ages. It is I, your unemployed superhero, Matty Clark, coming to you from the Music Conservatory, Casa de Clark, JP100D over the shoulder, Max the Wonder Dog, Tuesday, the 6th of December. We're somewhere in the 50s with my exile from, I gotta trim my beard probably one of these days, exile from employment. That's how long it's been. I've grown the beard back and then some. It's Tuesday, the 6th of December. You'll notice I wasn't here on Monday. If you're wondering, nothing has changed in my life. Still your unemployed superhero. But had an exciting day on Monday. Little backstory. I think I mentioned this prior to me being here, before this video anyway, that there's a lot of crazy shit going on in my family right now. The least of which is my situation, being unemployed. My dad's health deteriorated to the point we've had to put him in a nursing home, as you probably know already from my other videos. My brother's family, they had a death in their family. Her family is having issues at the moment. So by extension, my brother's dealing with her family's problems and my dad's problems. My sister and my little brother are directly affected by my dad's issues because my dad helped my siblings out to acquire loans and things like that, and now that he's going on Title 19, we got to figure out a way of getting him off those loans so the government doesn't come and take their shit, which is what they do, by the way. They come and take your shit. Everybody out there that rails against welfare and people being on welfare and the welfare state and we got to cut welfare and cut all that wonderful stuff, know this. Unless you're independently wealthy, when you hit your golden years and you have to have 24/7 care to take care of you, chances are you're going to be put on welfare. That's what Title 19 is. It's Medicaid, which technically is welfare. So just remember, all those times you get pissy about people living off your taxes, you're going to be there too one day. Just so you know that. My dad worked 35 years at John Deere here in Iowa. Retired from John Deere. Pension. 401k. We still got to put him on Title 19. My grandfather was a World War II vet. Worked for 30 some odd years in the Waterloo, Iowa school system. He had to go to the VA hospital when he needed 24/7 care. They took all his shit too. So just wait. It's coming. So they're having issues at the moment. My sister in particular, yesterday I was asked to take my sister to the University of Iowa hospitals in Iowa City, Iowa, which used to be the capital of Iowa. I forget when it stopped being the capital. The capital of Iowa is now Des Moines. Iowa City is, I think, the second or third largest city in the state of Iowa. It's the home of the University of Iowa, which is the biggest state university in Iowa. There's three: University of Iowa, the Hawkeyes. They beat Michigan this year. Fuck Michigan. The Hawkeyes, Iowa State, which are the Cyclones. They're big in basketball. The Cyclones are. And then UNI, which is a smaller state-funded university. They're FCS. Still a good football team, though. But anyway, North Dakota State plays in the same division as UNI does. In fact, they beat UNI this year pretty badly. Anyway, forget all that. My point being, University of Iowa is known for being a very great medical school. Not the greatest in America, but one of the best public-funded medical schools. Attached to the university is the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, the UIHC, which is a very good hospital. One of the best oncology hospitals in the nation, regardless of who funds it. My mother, who died of lung cancer about between 15 to 17 years ago, give or take, she actually was treated at the University of Iowa hospitals. They do a great job, I have to say. They do an awesome job. The University of Iowa hospitals do. And anyway, my point being, my sister, before Thanksgiving, was diagnosed. She went in to get looked at a scar in her lungs that she got from pneumonia, just to make sure the scar was doing well. And they found a mass in her stomach, right where the esophagus meets the stomach, off to the side, like up into a nook. It's hard to get at, apparently, from talking to some of the medical people that I've talked to. She's had a bunch of tests done for it. And she's been told by doctors they don't know what it is. It's always fun when you talk to a doctor and they can't tell you what's wrong with you. That's always fun. I don't know. They sent her to the university. They were going to send her to the University of Iowa to have it removed, I assume, and then tested to see if it was cancerous or not. They believe it's something called a GIST, which, give me a second. I probably should have brought this up before I started talking, but I never plan anything. You should know that by now. A GIST, which stands for a gastrointestinal stromal tumor. I'm lightheaded after saying that. Good Lord. Basically, it is a growth, not in her stomach, but in the lining of her stomach. It's where the cells in the lining of your stomach create a tumor, basically, a growth. They don't know if it's a GIST. In fact, they don't know what the fuck it is to begin with. That's why we're going to University of Iowa. My sister had waited because the C word's been thrown around. So I ended up driving her to the University of Iowa hospitals yesterday afternoon. We sat there for about 6 hours or so. And I don't blame the University of Iowa hospitals for that. They were so busy, they actually, I counted like 22 beds in their emergency room area, and those were all full, and they had people sitting on beds in the hallway. That's how busy they were on a Monday at like noon. I'm like, good God, help them on a Saturday night. Good God. Cops showed up too. That was kind of fun. We had like cops running all over. Someone else got shot or hit or something. I don't know, because there were cops everywhere that day. Very busy. As you can imagine, it's one of the best hospitals in the nation, and it's an ER. So anyway, we sat there for about 6 hours. um, and basically are hoping to speed up the referral process. I didn't think they would do much yesterday because my sister isn't, how can I put it? She has a growth, but she's not ill. You know, ERs are meant for people who, like, you know, they lost a finger, you know, that kind of thing. They weren't equipped to deal with, you know, a tumor or growth. They weren't going to put her in the hospital because she had gotten a referral to their gastrointestinal clinic to have it, you know, tested. So they did what I thought they would do. They basically sent her home with a referral. She's supposed to hear sometime today or this week when she's supposed to go down there and actually talk to a real doctor. So we'll see what happens there. Just a long day. It's a nice hospital. It's actually changed a lot since I was back there 15 years ago or so. Changed a lot. A decade, you can imagine. I don't go there much because it's in Iowa City. Iowa City is about an hour from me. In fact, let's do a map. There you go. That was the map to Iowa City from my house anyway. She lives in Waterloo, which I've already shown you a map of Waterloo. So I had to drive a half an hour to get her, and then an hour from Waterloo to Iowa City to take her to the hospital, then drop her back off, and then come back. I didn't get home last night until about 9:30 or so. So I said, screw it, I'm not making a video because I was tired. And I hadn't watched any porn, which, you know, for me, that's not good. But that was my day yesterday. I've actually been in contact with a couple of companies that I made contact with last week. Moving on to my sister, by the way, is doing fine. They doped the shit out of her, and she wouldn't share. It was only Tylenol with hydrocodone, so not the good stuff, but it's good. She's doing okay. I think she's at home right now getting used to her medication so she can go back to work. But hopefully I'm going to send her a link to this video. So if you're watching this, hi. Hopefully she's in a better place mentally. I tried to explain to her. She's had pains in her stomach from this growth for about a year now. And to me, based on when my mother had cancer, you know, if it was a cancerous growth in her stomach, first of all, everybody's called it a gelatinous growth. And if it's cancer, normally it's kind of hard, not like a rock, but it's not liquidy. It's hard. So that's a good sign, I think. And second, she's had problems for close to a year now. It would have spread by now, I think. I'm not a cancer oncologist, mind you. I'm not an expert. I told my sister that. But to me, if she did have a cancer and the growth inside of her was a cancer, to me it would have started spreading by now. And they haven't found any signs of any other tumors or growths anywhere else in her body. She's not sick. I mean, she doesn't vomit. She doesn't, have massive changes to her temperature, you know, massively hot, massively cold. This is a bad time of year, being winter, to judge that. But she's not sick. She hasn't been throwing up. She hasn't totally lost her appetite. It does hurt when she eats, but that makes sense because the growth is in her stomach. So when the acid in her stomach goes crazy, it's probably going to agitate things a little bit. But I'm staying positive because just from my experience with my mom, if you let something like that grow on its own for a year, you're going to be in a lot worse shape than my sister is right now. So that's why I kind of have a positive attitude about it. But hey, everybody out there who watches these videos, Remember the hand? Remember the hand? Don't you shy away. Remember the hand? Remember the positive vibe hand? Well, here it is again. A little positive vibe hand out there for everybody. So everybody get your hand up. Hey, hey, hey. Paul. Paul. Yeah, you, Paul, in the back. I see you, Paul. I see you. Put your hand up here. Don't you shy. Don't you put down the bowl of Cheerios. Put them down and get your hand in here. Get it in here. See this? This is the power of the hand right here. Positive mental vibes. You're gonna put your mental vibes into the hand. All right. This is for everybody who's dealing with an unknown illness right now. Not just my sister. Everybody who's got an unknown illness. Or if you're just an asshole. How about assholes and unknown illnesses? There we go. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with assholes. Because I don't cover like most of my family. Assholes and unknown illnesses. So if you put the hand in. Even the dog excited. Come on, Max, put the hand in. Yeah, put the hand in. There we go. Now Max put his hand in too. Positive mental vibes. This is for everybody. Not just me, not my sister. Assholes everywhere. Here's the hand. Okay. Are we getting creepy yet? A little bit? Okay, I'll put the hand down. But there you go. That was my day yesterday. Hopefully we'll know more by the end of the month. Hopefully this doesn't drag out too much over the holidays either, because you don't want something like this hanging over your head during the holidays. But it is a big hospital with lots of patients. One of the doctors explained to us, just because our doctor called it urgent, to them that may mean 7 to 10 days. Non-urgent could mean 7 to 10 months, just because they have such a huge number of patients they see in various conditions. So, and like I said, they still don't really know what it is. So, positive vibes for everybody out there. I was starting to talk about the employment front. I have been talking to a couple of companies that I approached last week. I just finished filling out a pre-screening. I can't talk. Pre-screening. I said pre-screening, right? Good. Okay. Pre-screening questionnaire. You excited about that? He likes questionnaires. He loves it when people ask his opinion. Pre-screening questionnaire about my background, projects I've worked on before in programming, that kind of thing. It sounds like a pretty neat opportunity. It is in Cedar Rapids, which is a bit of a jaunt from here, but if they're going to pay me enough, I don't give a shit. And there's always room to... It's a big company, so there's room to move around inside of it if I were to get a job there. And if nothing else, I can work there until I get my degree finished. So it's a contract for hire job. If you work in IT, like I do, a lot of companies, even non-IT, just like white-collar jobs in general, there's a lot of contract for hire job. That's a big deal now, where they'll go to headhunting organizations and say, hire us a person, bring them in for a year, 90 days, whatever, and if we like them, we'll hire them from you. It happens a lot in Iowa. I know that for a fact. I've been approached by headhunter agencies before in the past, so hopefully this one works out for me. I'm a pretty good fit for the job, but you just never know. I've been a pretty good fit for a couple of these jobs, and I didn't get them. So we will see what happens on that front. Gosh, we're approaching 19 minutes of me blabbering on and on and on. That's pretty much what's been going on the last couple of days. Thursday, I'm going to go into town. My dad, the team of doctors that are looking after him, they have a monthly meeting where they discuss, his condition, how he's doing at the home he's at. That's going to be on Thursday, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there may not be a video Thursday this week because of that. We've also got to take him to a dermatologist appointment afterwards because he has some skin tags and a growth on his skin that they want to have looked at. So that'll be Thursday. Yeehaw. I'm excited for that. That'll be a fun day. That'll be so much fun to deal with out of the hospital, out of the home. You won't want to go back. That's going to be fun. That's Thursday. So I may not do a video Thursday. You may just get a video tomorrow, and then Friday. Of course, Friday will be Matt's picks for the week. It is Tuesday. Normally we do my favorite segment, which is cartoons I want to have a three-way with Tuesdays. But unfortunately, since this is already 20 minutes long, I think I'm going to hold off on that one until tomorrow. So you get a special cartoon characters I'd have a three-way with Wednesday tomorrow. I know you're looking forward to that. It's everybody's favorite segment. I know it is. Don't shy. Paul, I see you back there. Wash that hand. I know. So, this has been your unemployed superhero for a Tuesday afternoon. It's snowy outside. We had about 3 inches of snow come down by my house over the weekend. That was going to be Monday's show, by the way. I was going to go outside and show you the snow. But like I said, we're already 21 minutes into this thing, and it'll probably take me 2 hours to upload it as it is. So I'm going to cut her off, upload this bad boy, and we'll see you tomorrow with cartoon characters I have a three-way with Wednesday. Prepare yourself for that. This is your unemployed superhero, Max the Wonder Dog. Say bye, Max. Say bye. You have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Stay sexy, San Diego. Take care.
The closer you keep your family, the better. They're the only ones you can rely on. Remember this, all of you. Nothing counts so much as blood. The rest are just strangers.